If you're looking for some of the best old-fashioned burgers and shakes in town, Lotta Burger is the place to go for all of your favorites. Lotta Burger, 2260 South 3rd, Memphis, Tennessee, 901-946-2001. They're open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6:45 p.m. And the items on their menu include single, double, triple burgers, Philly sandwiches, smoked sausage, beef hot dogs, grilled cheese, tenders, fries, onion rings, and more. Call-in orders must be done before 11 a.m. No calls accepted after 11 a.m. Drive-thru is available. Hungry for a burger? Lotta Burger, 2260 South 3rd, Memphis, Tennessee, 901-946-2001. Don't just settle for any burger. Get a Lotta Burger.
Are you tired of going to the doctor with the same issue over and over again and never getting any relief? Are you tired of buying all types of vitamins and supplements, hoping but not knowing for sure that they will keep you healthy? Or are you getting enough of the right kind of nutrients that your specific body needs? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you need a nutritional blood analysis. With a nutritional blood analysis, we can take one drop of blood from a prick of your finger and analyze your body's nutritional needs, nutritional deficiencies, and nutritional imbalances. This analysis can provide an early warning of possible future health challenges so you can make the changes now to avoid the negative outcome. A nutritional blood analysis can be used to monitor a health challenge before and after adopting an approach to restore health and balance. It will also allow you the ability to determine the effectiveness of various approaches to restoring and balancing your health. So don't wait. Make your appointment. Stop guessing with your health. Know what works for sure. 901-602-7063.
If you're looking for some of the best old-fashioned burgers and shakes in town, Lotta Burger is the place to go for all of your favorites. Lotta Burger, 2260 South 3rd, Memphis, Tennessee, 901-946-2001. They're open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6:45 p.m. And the items on their menu include single, double, triple burgers, Philly sandwiches, smoked sausage, beef hot dogs, grilled cheese, tenders, fries, onion rings, and more. Call-in orders must be done before 11 a.m. No calls accepted after 11 a.m. Drive-thru is available. Hungry for a burger? Lotta Burger, 2260 South 3rd, Memphis, Tennessee, 901-946-2001. Don't just settle for any burger. Get a Lotta Burger.
Are you tired of going to the doctor with the same issue over and over again and never getting any relief? Are you tired of buying all types of
Graphics Printing, located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, a complete print shop for all your printing needs. They do it all: color copies, resumes, funeral programs, rubber stamps, full-color business cards, wedding and graduation invitations, and more. 30-plus years of quality work and service. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, Tennessee, 901-345-9294. Graphics Printing. CJ Used Appliances, located at 3530 Jackson Avenue here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances has the best prices in town, sales and service, heating and air, also the best appliances you'll find anywhere in the Mid-South. Refrigerators, microwave stoves, washers and dryers, deep freezers, dishwashers, whatever you need in used appliances. And folks, I'll tell you, they're the best used appliances anywhere you'll find. That's CJ Used Appliances, 3530 Jackson Avenue. All appliances come with warranty. You can call them at 901-487-7882. Again, 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances. C&S Motors Auto Sales, located at 2508 Summer Avenue, here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-323-8778. C&S Motors Auto Sales has been around since 1984. Go by and see Chris today for some of the best pre-owned and used vehicles in the city. They have SUVs, minivans, cars, trucks, whatever you're looking for in pre-owned used vehicles. Hey, you can find it right there at C&S Motors Auto Sales. See Chris since 1984. They will treat you right. Call them at 901-323-8778. That's 901-323-8778, 2508 Summer Avenue, C&S Motors Auto Sales.
This is Sergeant Chris Richardson with the Tennessee Highway Patrol, here to explain the Tennessee Hands-Free Law, which is a new state law effective July 1st, 2019. In Public Chapter 412, it makes it illegal for a driver to hold a cell phone or a mobile device with any part of their body, to write, send, or read any text-based communication, to reach for a cell phone or mobile device in a manner that requires the driver to no longer be in a seated driving position or properly restrained by a seatbelt, to watch a video or a movie on a cell phone or a mobile device, and to record or broadcast video on a cell phone or mobile device. So, can I still talk on my cell phone while driving? Yes. A driver is permitted to use an earpiece, headphone device, or a device worn on a wrist to conduct a voice-based communication. The driver may use one button on a cell phone or mobile device to initiate or terminate voice communication, and voice-based communication may also be used to send a text message. Learn more at handsfreetn.com.
If you're looking for some of the best old-fashioned burgers and cakes in town, Lotta Burger is the place to go for all of your favorites. Lotta Burger, 2260 South 3rd, Memphis, Tennessee, 901-946-2001. They're open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6:45 p.m., and the items on their menu include single, double, triple burgers, Philly sandwiches, smoked sausage, beef hot dogs, grilled cheese, tenders, fries, onion rings, and more. Call-in orders must be done before 11 a.m. No calls accepted after 11 a.m. Drive-thru is available. Hungry for a burger? Lotta Burger, 2260 South 3rd, Memphis, Tennessee, 901-946-2001. Don't just settle for any burger. Get a Lotta Burger.
Are you tired of going to the doctor with the same issue over and over again?
Tuesday. So, hey, I hope you had a wonderful night last night, and looking forward to a great show we have lined up for you today. Hot topics of discussion, news that you can use, local, national, international. And the number to call is 901-213-6020. Again, the number to call is 901-213-6020. Hey, we got some great topics lined up for discussion for today. And good morning, Josh.
Good morning, Bob. Good morning, everybody out there listening, watching, tuning in this morning. Another great show we got lined up for you today on this Tuesday morning, man. Ready to get it popping, cracking, rolling, kicking, jumping, screaming, yelling, all that stuff on this Tuesday morning. And we're going to get that hum out of there in just a second there. But we got this thing going today. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in, for watching, and for listening. A lot of stuff we want to get to on today, man. Real quick, I want to remind you guys about our social media pages. First of all, there's Twitter at TalkBackLive. One word, at TalkBackLive. Also Facebook, Facebook.com. Just search TalkBackLive with Bob and Josh. Like our Facebook page, check us out there, as well as TalkBackLive Network on Facebook as well. Like our pages, share this video if you get the opportunity to as well, and let people know what we got going on over here. So, without any further ado, let's get it. Unless you got anything else you want to add, Bob?
No, that's it. That's it for now. Turn my thing up over there. Okay. All right, that's it. All right, let's start it all off and get it going, Josh. And in the headlines today, we've got well. Political candidates want to go into office and serve you, huh? Well, they don't. Some of them don't want to follow the rules. Some of them want to get in just so they can, get some type of experience. They could care less about serving the public. They just want to get in, and so they can get over the hurdle and try to get to the next position that they can get. That's the biggest. Well, let's talk about it. Josh, we have a story this morning, and it's a thirsty story.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if people thirsty for this or not, but it's involving the political candidate that's running for a seat in the city council, and his name is Thurston Smith. Josh, what in the world is going on with this story? We know that he had a disagreement with one of the people that was his employee. As far as a political candidate working the campaign, and so he didn't want to pay him. I mean, you can't get these people to work for you for free. But what's going on with him now?
Well, to say the least, it's a lot, man. So we covered the story last week. As you guys know, man, we got into it a little bit with the situation that was reported on the news. Fox 13 was the first to report about it out of the local news stations. And then it kind of got out there a little bit more. But last week, it was toward the end of last week, either Wednesday or Thursday, Thurston Smith was arrested for...
Arrested?
Yes.
Not a political candidate.
Yeah, I know that's shocking, right?
Thurston Smith?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I know it's shocking for a political candidate.
Not really.
To get arrested. Yeah, of course, I'm being facetious there. But anyway, man, he was arrested, and he's facing some charges in relation to pulling a gun on a former staffer of his named Anthony Johnson. So the situation's gotten pretty ugly. Of course, he bonded out the same day. $5,000 fine, according to the commercial.
Did he use campaign dollars?
Nah, I doubt it, man. I think that would have been found out already.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I know, but I don't want to speculate. That's
I know.
But yeah, like I said, I won't put anything past the guy. But right now he's facing this situation. I don't know what's next for it as of yet, because they hadn't really gone into detail about whether he's going to face anything else or what are the police looking for going forward in this case. But we're going to play the story here in just a minute from Fox 13 and getting into it, man. But Bob, what do you think? Just kind of off the surface before we dive into it a little bit and get a video chance to get going.
Yeah.
What do you think just on surface? This doesn't surprise you about his...
No, absolutely not. It doesn't surprise me about Thurston Smith. Anything that comes out that he's found guilty of or crooked in or just doesn't sit right with the public, I am not surprised about it at all. Thurston has been he's been one of those total guys that have been totally disrespectful to other people, and for him to be as a candidate for the city council, I don't want him there. He don't deserve to be in any office. He's on an ego trip, and he's out to serve Thurston Smith. That's all. He's not out to serve the public. He is out to serve himself, and he does not care what you think about him at all. And so I encourage that district that's voting for Thurston Smith to not vote for Thurston Smith, because he's not the candidate. That's what I just encourage. I know I've had dealings with Thurston Smith. I started to call him Mr. Smith, but that's not appropriate. Thurston Smith is just one of those guys you just cannot trust, and I wouldn't trust him. I wouldn't trust him with a pet spider. I just wouldn't. Well, not a pet spider.
Well, that's an interesting way to put it.
But anyway.
But yeah, I definitely
just telling you, I just don't trust the guy. Excuse me.
Yeah, no.
Having dealings with him in the past and things of that nature, he's just not the guy that needs to go in there.
And just straight up, I mean, it's a pattern of behavior. I'll just put it this way. I'm not going to say anything that comes up, I wouldn't be surprised, right, when you talk about him. But this situation, I'm not surprised. As far as that, what we've heard here, as far as the gun and everything that has been alleged that he has done, according to the victim, Anthony Johnson, none of that, on that basis, surprises me. That's just point blank. Now, it is a shame, because out of the names in that race, the most recognizable, are for different reasons, are Berlin Boyd, Thurston Smith, and you got Michelin Thomas, Easter Thomas, who's running that district as well.
Oh, Michelle's running in that district?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but other than that,
they do have another candidate to vote for.
Yeah, but other than that, like, because I think it's 9 people running in that race.
Yeah, several in that.
Kind of ridiculous. You got a couple of singers and some different things. I don't know what's going on with that. But here's the story as far as Thurston is concerned, and we're going to be back.
All right, 901-213-6020. And your comments are coming in on Facebook, and we appreciate that. And we'll get to those in just a minute after we listen to this. Take a listen to this.
Faces felony charges after pulling a gun on a campaign worker at a polling place.
We first told you on Fox 13 News at 5, Thurston Smith was arrested and charged with aggravated assault. Initially, Smith said that he was threatened by a campaign worker, but police say Smith was the aggressor. Fox 13's Kirsten Garris continues our coverage tonight.
Kirsten, with this arrest happening so close to Election Day, how will this affect that race?
Well, a spokesperson with the Shelby County Election Commission tells me the race for District 7 is still on, and you'll still see Thurston Smith's name on the ballot, but after Election Day, there's still a lot of unknowns. In addition to City Council candidate Thurston Smith now has a mugshot. Police arrested him a week before Election Day and charged him with aggravated assault. According to these police reports, the incident started out as an argument over money between Smith and one of his former campaign workers, Anthony Johnson.
Something like that didn't have to go that far, you know.
Johnson says Smith owes him $2,500, but he hasn't been in months. He says that's why he approached Smith at the polls last week.
If you're walking away from a situation, you don't turn around and then bring a pistol up. You know, it don't make sense.
Smith is charged with a felony. City Council Attorney Alan Wade tells me if Smith is elected and convicted of that felony, he will have to resign from City Council. Smith has posted bond, so I called him for a comment.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Thurston Smith.
But he didn't answer my call, so I went to his home. Do you have any comments you'd like to make?
No.
Since the incident, Johnson says he hasn't reached out to Smith and he hasn't heard from him either. But Johnson says he's pursuing legal action soon.
The bottom line is that he owed me, you know. And when you owe a person, that's what the conversation was about that day. I was telling him that I was going to file legal action against him, and I was going to go all the way with it.
And a spokesperson with the Election Commission tells me if Thurston Smith were to plead guilty to a misdemeanor charge, then if he were to win the race for District 7, he could remain on City Council. Live in downtown Memphis tonight.
All right, there you have it. 901-213-6020, and comments are coming in. Well, I don't have a pet spider yet, so... You know.
Yeah, we won't be able to test that theory.
Yeah, we won't be able to. But anyway, if I did, I wouldn't leave it with Thurston Smith. But anyway, hey, folks, yes.
Let me say this. So I know the last time we talked about this, right? Lloyd Brown, who's campaign communications head of Thurston's campaign, right, had commented on the post and left some things. And we kind of responded to it a little bit. But the thing is, and I still kind of stick by it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know, the things that don't add up to me, one, it's been confirmed by Thurston and Lloyd Brown and the documents presented by Anthony Johnson that there was an agreement set between him, another guy who's involved with the two, and Thurston. You know, the contracts are there, the papers there, and everything. Even Thurston confirmed that. So all I know is it doesn't really matter when the arrangement stopped. It matters that up to that point, he was not even paid, according to Anthony Johnson,
right,
for that length of time that he did work. Now that, one, is consistent from what I feel I know about Thurston, and two, if that's the case, then he just needs to pay back. He just needs to pay the guy the money and move on.
He needs to pay up.
Yeah, that's it. You know, and I get, Jed, I understand what you're saying because I know you're a supporter of his too. But it's easy to say that, okay, this is a week before election, and boy, in no way am I going to defend Berlin and anything.
Oh, no.
But here's my point in bringing up Berlin, because I know Jed's kind of insinuating that might be involved, and you never know. But...
Well, I wouldn't put it past Berlin. I don't trust him either.
Yeah, but here's the thing. This is what I don't buy. It's the fact I don't buy that Berlin feels threatened enough to do something like that right now. I don't think there's been enough ground made, unfortunately, in that race towards, Berlin's end based on the money that he spent and everything else. That's number one. And number two, I mean, this plan would have to be in place for a long time because Thurston and this guy have been in agreement since, January or February?
Yeah, January. Yeah.
So I just don't, unless you feel that he had some type of, and I did, Jen, it is what it is. You can tag him in, that's fine. But I don't feel, this doesn't look like one of those setups, unless you're saying somebody in the police department is on Berlin's side and they had made that arrest when they did, then that would be another story.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's the case. I think Berlin Board, Thurston Smith, he did not pay the guy. Okay, and then the guy said he pulled a weapon on him, and they found out that it's true. They believe the guy's story. Okay, so Thurston Smith goes to jail. And just like anybody else, folks, I don't care if you're a political candidate or I don't care if you're already in office. It doesn't matter. You don't go around pulling guns on people. You don't do that, Thurston Smith, Berlin Board, whoever you may be. That's not the thing that you do. And so to have someone like Thurston Smith to even think about having him, he's a child. Really, he kind of thinks on another level to me. He's not dependable to be in the city council. It might blow his brains up. He's not qualified to be there. Okay, the man is dangerous mentally. He has some problems. He doesn't like people. He can't serve the people, and I just don't trust him, and neither should you. That's just the way I feel about Thurston Smith. Now, I don't hate him. I'm just giving the facts. I have dealt with him in the past, and other people have dealt with him, and I'm seeing the same pattern of this guy in the same way he operates.
It's interesting. I saw Ron. If you want to elaborate, you can. I know he kind of got in and said there's nothing new, or something along.
Yeah, he says he has always been this way.
Yeah.
So, Robert, I don't know. What are you saying? Do you know anything about Thurston Smith that you want to leave with us in the remarks? You're welcome to do so. This race is down to his last minutes, and Thurston Smith, having been in jail, and he's released.
Well, anybody gets arrested, even if you get released, even if nothing comes of this, right? If you get arrested, right, the week of an election, you're hurting your chances.
Yeah,
it just is what it is.
Well, I hope the people of that district are smart enough, and I believe they are, not to let this guy in office.
Well, I didn't think he was going to win anyway, to be honest.
But
even before the situation.
Is connected and right before the election. Watch the truth come out as soon as the election is over.
One thing about
what does it mean by that?
Well, he thinks, is over and maybe after Berlin wins. Either one, everything gets dropped, or two, we find out something else is going on. And we'll see,
Okay.
But
you never know.
You never know. And like I said before, when it comes to Berlin, and Bob just said it too, we don't put nothing past the guy.
No, he did what he did, and it was wrong.
Yeah.
Pull a gun on the because he owed the guy money. Come on, man. That's just like telling somebody to come to work for you, and then pull a gun on him and tell him you're not getting the money. That's robbery. That's robbery. And you're a political candidate, and you want people to put you in office? No. Absolutely not. I don't think he should be there. Rodney Fisher. Good morning.
What's up, Rodney?
Yeah. And Jet says, so you admit that you would trust him with your pet spider.
Oh, man.
Just a week before Election Day, just squeezed that in the story. What does he mean? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he said just put that in there as well.
Did you say Lloyd Brown? Yeah. Isn't Lloyd his campaign manager?
Basically, I think it said communications, but yeah, essentially, he's running a lot of stuff. He's the voice.
Yes, and Lloyd, we agree and we disagree on some things. He's a better. If he was running, wow, you guys would have a good candidate. Even though we disagree on some things, but the character and the behavior of Thurston Smith, my God, this man does not deserve to be in office.
And I'm gonna tell you something. All that aside, well, not all that aside, but this situation aside, with the gun, prior to this, we would feel the same way.
Yeah.
If this situation had not happened.
If it had not happened.
we would feel the same way.
We would feel the same way.
Because this is not our soul determining factor.
No. Him pulling, right.
Yeah.
Right. Him pulling the gun did not change my mind. I never felt good about Thurston Smith anyway. You know, he's what do you call him?
Jet is the tag maestro.
He's an Uncle Tom.
Well, not Jet. No, not Jet. We're talking about Thurston. Yeah, but anyway. Yeah, all I know is I just don't trust him.
I don't.
You know.
When Berlin decided to start his campaign, the indictment happened. I don't know, Jet.
Or the incident happened?
The incident happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Berlin, I thought he planned on running regardless. You know, so I don't know when he started.
He was going to
run regardless.
Re-election. So, how fitting of Jet to be, this is GKPJ says, how fitting of Jet to be on here causing problems. Laugh out loud.
Yeah, he said, had to get your fam. Hey, you know, it's funny because, Jet yesterday, in case y'all missed it, said the same thing about Jay yesterday about how fitting it was that Jay was causing trouble yesterday.
Yeah.
So Jay responding to that.
So Michelle made the statement that even if he did get elected, he would be required to resign.
Yeah.
Unless it was something that he had to do if he confessed that he did it. If he confessed that he did do wrong, then he would be able, if he win, he would be able to keep the seat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, you're right, Michelle. Jet says, what does he read there? He said, I'm not saying, go ahead.
Okay. I'm not saying that Thurston doesn't owe the man, in my opinion. Well, there you go. That's kind of the end of the story. But I'm going to keep reading. He says, but I am saying that Berlin could have caught wind of this incident and called in a favor, not accusing the police of anything, but they take action on warrants issued, and other forces make that happen. But here's the thing, Jet. So, with your almost admission that he probably did owe him money, that's the end of the story. And if Berlin called in a favor to get him arrested before the election, who put himself in position to get arrested? It was Thurston.
Yeah.
Thurston put himself in that position to get taken advantage of. If you don't pull your gun out, none of this happens. If you don't pay the man, and look, let's say you didn't pull the gun and they made that up. Let's just guess that happened. Right? Then you still didn't pay the man the money he's owed.
Right.
So if you would have went ahead and did that and took care of your business, then you wouldn't have been accused of pulling the gun and you wouldn't be in jail on bond, on the week of the election. So, like I said, you cause stuff to happen to yourself, man.
Yeah. He is the sole person responsible for actions and what he did. And look, I am not apologizing for anything I say according to Thurston Smith, because it's the truth.
Yeah.
Okay. I've had dealings with him. I don't trust him. He is not the guy to be in office right now. He is his head is swollen. He's not qualified. I just don't trust the guy. Okay, I just don't trust him. That's just my opinion. Now, people that are voting in that district, they can vote for whoever they want to, but we're just encouraging you. Thurston is not the guy. All right, 901-213-6020. And Josh, let's get off of that and into other news.
Yes.
Now, remember yesterday we talked about a story, folks, that was talking about homecoming.
And in case y'all forgot, I got the picture here.
Yeah, but this thing has really taken off after our report yesterday on the homecoming thing. Homecoming royalty, they call him. Instead of calling a homecoming king, homecoming queen, they said homecoming royalty. And this thing has really taken off. ABC, CBS, this morning, and NBC show,
CNN
yesterday afternoon. Oh, they've all taken off and heard what's going on in Memphis, Tennessee, at a homecoming game concerning a black male. This is disgusting. Now, is that the way we're going to teach young men how to grow up in society? It's to display yourself as a woman? And then, Josh, about the principal, the superintendent.
Yeah, and we're gonna get
into all of that.
Hey,
yes.
But real quick, because I know kind of going through it there. But now we talked a little yesterday about he's king, queen, whatever you want to say. Now he did say, and a lot of people call him the queen of extra.
Whoa. The queen of what?
Extra, meaning acting over the top or, being dramatic.
Yeah, well.
But hear me out, though. Yeah. The queen of extra. So that's what they call Mr. Homecoming here. So he
Mr.
Well, I mean, because he's a boy, so I call him Mr.
Okay.
So just keeping it simple right now. And now the story's going to get into some more things. Let's get into our question and what you guys think. So he also said he considers himself a queen. Mm-hmm. So he dressed as such. Now, he also said that they changed the rules. And this kind of confirms what we were talking about. That's why I know it was some speculation about what happened, why the rules were changed, why weren't they changed. He confirmed himself that they changed the rules to fit everybody so everybody could win. Here's my problem. If you have kings and queens, everybody already has an opportunity to win. Am I right? Does it make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, normally, traditionally...
and not just traditionally. Let's just think...
No. Traditionally, you have a male as a king, and you have a female as a queen. But this year, they've done away with that, and, hey, we're going to come up and say royalty because...
Here's what I'm saying, though. To the specific point I'm making. They say they changed the rules so everybody could win, right?
Right.
Now, if there's kings and queens... Who's left out?
Yeah, nobody.
I mean, it's covering all the sexes there, unless you're talking about trans.
Yeah.
Now that's a whole other thing.
But they did that to bring in. You're talking about kings and queens, but then this guy doesn't fit in either level. There, he is a thing. That's why they had to come up with something else because he's not male or female. So he's claiming. But he can't be a female because he's not born a female. And he's walked out of the area where he was born in as a male. And so now he wants to be this in-between person or whatever. So what do you call him? Okay, so this is why they came up with the name royalty because they didn't know where to put him in. And so the principal being over all of those students just makes a crazy statement to me that doesn't make sense. And folks, you can see what kind of people now we have over kids that are in school and claiming to educate them. So really the school system has gotten outrageous.
Well, and here's the thing. Yeah. Again, now, of course, we're talking to people that probably disagree as well.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So y'all give your comments also on that point. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
We're going to play this clip here before we get into more of it so y'all can know what we're talking about.
All right. And whenever you're ready, let's take a listen to it. And your comments and our phone calls are welcome.
All right, y'all take a listen to this.
And I happened to come by it, and the title was 2019 Homecoming King and Queen. Well, excuse me, no longer Homecoming King and Queen because the principal decided to get rid of that and go for more gender-neutral titles. So it was Homecoming Royalty, right? I'm like a 2019 White Station High School. And in this picture, there is a black man with a dress and a tiara and a bouquet. And he's holding this. And I'm like, okay, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Let me look into who the principal is. Let me see what the principal looks like. And I look into what the principal looks like. Okay, that's very interesting. Because the principal was like, we're gonna just be respectful. We will delete disrespectful comments. You know, I love the school, yada, yada, yada. All right. Then I look into the superintendent, right? I'm like, okay, let me see what the superintendent says. Because the superintendent was like, well, we want to bolster the voices of our students and everything, and yada, yada, yada. I look into what this person looks like. I'm like, oh, okay, that's very interesting. Because I know many people like cream and sweet and low in their coffee. Seems like he likes a lot of that. Regardless, I go on to reading about the story. And this person, this 17-year-old black boy, was talking about he's gay and that he wanted to feel like a queen. Excuse me, I almost said king. You can see how I can make that mistake, right? Now, he wanted to feel like a queen and decided that's what he wanted to do. Now, in addition to that, they go on to tell you that it was a 16-year-old ma'am who took the picture. Once again, a 16-year-old. Now, let me just tell you guys this. What is happening right now is that this is the modern day form of buck breaking. That's what you're witnessing right now. So all the women who are applauding this, that's what you're applauding. You are applauding the emasculation of black men. And they've been going at that for a while. You see how many black men they love putting in dresses. They can't help but put a black man in a dress. Put a little lipstick on him and everything. Yes, that is modern form of buck breaking. That is what they are doing. Okay? And they are parading this poor soul around just to let everyone see. Just to make sure you all see what is to come. Kind of how they did back in the day, where if you had an angry slave, the angry black man, they break him and then let you see him just like this. You remember him 2 weeks ago? Heck, not even probably 2 weeks. Remember him a couple of days ago or an hour ago? How angry he was? Look at him now. As docile as a butterfly. Wouldn't even harm an ant. And he just bring him along, let everyone else see. So in case anyone else got any ideas, oh, you want to act out? Well, you remember he was acting out. You all remember that? Well, that's what's going to happen to you, okay? Anyone who supports the alphabet community and the propaganda that they are injecting into children's minds, because you have to understand, these are not adults yet, and they are disseminating this propaganda into the schools, with your teachers, into the movies that they watch, into the shows that they watch, into the toys that they play with. I've already done videos on this. I just want everyone to understand.
All right. What do you think, folks? 901-213-6020.
All right. And the question is, because you hear a lot of stuff there. Here is the question. And y'all hear it. And this is the thing I'm passionate about. And this is the thing Bob was talking about yesterday. Do you guys think that the emasculation of black men and men in general is going on in this country or even wide? Do you want to say, if you want to say it's led by the LGBT community, or if you want to say it's being led by folks that are led by them, or whatever you want to say, do you guys think that is real, what you just heard? Do you think what we're seeing, the acceptance of men in dresses, the acceptance of men identifying
not
as
just
women,
men in dresses, black
men in dresses, especially
this young,
who you see even more, the parading around the acceptance of said behavior, is that the emasculation of black men in this country? Do you think that's a real thing? Do y'all think this is a real cause that's happening in this country? And I'm going to tell you, y'all can probably tell by my voice, I think it is a real thing. I think we just fall in line with it, and people just fall in line with it because they feel like they're being a horrible person if they don't. They're making you believe that if you don't want your black boy or your little boy to behave a certain way, that if you don't want your black boy to be gay or have the traits of a woman or wearing a dress or engaging in homosexual behavior activities and things of that nature, and if you don't allow your child to embrace those things, that you are being a terrible parent. That's what they're doing. You look at the schools that are embracing, we talked a little bit about it yesterday, that are embracing and teaching homosexual classes, that are teaching and gay kids and all that stuff about, in sexual education class, they're adding homosexual sex ed to regular sexual education classes.
You hear more.
Why should we need to know about that?
We hear more in our education system where kids are being taught in schools these days about homosexuality and the whatever you call it. It's not gay. Gay means happy. But, they may be, some of them may be happy in the position that they're in. But the homosexual and lesbian lifestyle, you hear more of that taught in your kids' classrooms than you hear about black history.
Yeah.
And that's a shame. So now the LGBTQ community is fighting back in every way they can now. They're not, they didn't, at first they wanted to be accepted. That wasn't the end. Now they're trying to just take over. And so here, you have this situation taking place.
And see what's so
with
bad.
Your kids, and not only that, it goes back to the family.
Yeah.
Where's the family? Where are they in all of this? The kids speak out finally.
And I think some of it again is the fact that families, it's leaked into so many different areas of life that even the families, they think they're being a bad person if they don't allow their son to act that way that he's starting to act. They think
that's the way he was,
and that's because that has pervaded into our society now. They're thinking it's pervaded this way into our society to the point that we think it's normal.
Right.
And then think about, as this continues to grow, and you see it really growing in the black community, to be perfectly honest with you, with homosexual and women, to be honest with you. But at the moment, with this situation, we're kind of talking about men. Because that's the head of the household.
It's a shame for black men to be paraded around like this and then, to take on such a character as being gay or a homosexual and lesbian lifestyle, and then to act as a woman. It's unacceptable to me. Then you're talking about, the parents may say, or other people may say, you just got to let this child grow up and be who he really is. What do you mean? I don't understand, to grow up and be who he really is. Okay, so you let your kids do anything from the age of 4, 5, 6 years old? You just let them just do and be whatever they want to be, and you don't try to train them or try to teach them the principles of life? Proverbs tells us to train up a child.
Yeah.
That's your responsibility, parents. Train up a child in the way they should go. And if they're going the way of a woman and they're a man, you need to train them or steer them in the right direction. And in other words, it was trained. It really is telling you to force or to make your child try to teach them into the image that Proverbs tells should be. Train up a child.
Yeah.
That's what you should do.
Yeah.
That's what you should do, is steer or to direct your child, curve your child in the way that he should go. And a lot of parents are failing in that. Train up a child in the way that they should go. And when they're old, they will not depart from it. It doesn't matter how they feel. It doesn't matter, some people say you're hurting their feelings. Give them their own space and all of that. No, it is the parents and the adults' responsibility. Whoever is in a child's life is to steer that child in the direction that they should and they need to go. according to the way creation has invented and made us and created us. That's what I'm saying. That's the bottom line. Robert says, gay king, that's what you call him. Anyway, real talk, GKP says.
Yeah, no, Robert was laughing at that point. We were talking about kings and queens.
Oh, kings and queens. Okay,
yeah. But look, here's the thing, real quick, before we can read some more of those.
Okay.
I'm gonna skip over most of Agawats because some of it's not making
well,
sense.
I mean, we don't leave history. We want people to see and people to hear that are not here. We want them to hear everybody's comments, and just if they're gonna sound like an idiot, they just sound like an idiot. I mean, but people can't respond if we don't. If people that are not watching cannot hear other people's comments. We want to. Agawat says, say it with me. Ago what? Well, you know what he's trying to say. Long live the organization to elect Ago.
I promise I'm not reading all those. Now, only ones I'm going to read because I'm skipping them.
Robert says yes.
Yeah, he's agreeing with us.
Okay.
Agawat, I'm skipping that one. Robert Lee says, if you destroy the man, you can end the culture. I think that's a good point.
Hey, and I listen. I didn't raise you that way.
What?
No.
No, I was just saying, like, I don't want the guy disrupting the show. That's all I'm saying.
He's not disrupting the show.
Yeah.
I said we want to read every comment.
Okay.
What does Agawat say?
My imaginary friend wore a skirt to court because the judge said we couldn't wear shorts in his courtroom.
Okay. We want to discuss what he's saying. If he sounds like an idiot, let him sound like an idiot. This is all a part of the discussion. Robert, if you destroy the man, you can end the culture. That's true. Because the man carries the seed. The woman grows the body, grows the seed. Okay? Just like the ground receives the seed and it grows the seed into something, whatever it's going to be. That's what the woman does. But the man has the seed. So if all the black men were to put on dresses and just stop being a man, you would end the culture. You would end the black race. It would eventually die off. And so this is the thing, when you're talking about agreeing with someone like this is what you're talking about. This is what you're pushing. This type of system to where eventually it may take a little while, but eventually if there's no other kids, black kids being produced, it stops. Let's say it stops today. Eventually, over a period of years, all the black men are going to die off. Then where is there going to be?
Yeah,
it's not going to be anybody else.
That's very true.
So Robert, thanks for the comment. If he says if you destroy the man, you can end culture. All right, and also made a hat that said, "Don't judge me." All right, he says, Judge Jim. What is that name? Lammy?
Lammy. Didn't find it. I guess he's talking about a situation somebody pretended to have an imaginary friend in the courtroom.
Okay.
But these last two comments he made actually are on the topic. So.
Okay.
Those are pretty interesting.
Call from
Robert.
Robert, welcome to the show. Good morning on a Tuesday.
What's going on, brothers? How y'all doing?
Good. How you doing,
sir?
Yeah, brother, it's just plain and simple. You know, just like you were saying, I agree that this is an agenda. It's starting really in the black community. You don't see this very much in Hispanic or Asian or even in white culture. Now, every now and then you might see something like this pop up in the white culture, but you're seeing this a whole lot in the black culture, where you see this overabundance of showing the black male as a homosexual. You really putting that out front. You even see, like I said, you see men in dresses. You see the style, the culture. You having men in blouses, not shirts anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's an attack on it. If you can control the man, you can control the culture.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the problem. And we, like I said on the other day, as long as we stay quiet, this is going to continue.
Absolutely.
It's like now it is okay for a black. It's okay to be gay. I don't have a problem with homosexual, because homosexuals been around for years. Even if we go into the Greek culture, that has always been.
But you know, but you know one thing, Robert. If you believe the Bible, if you go back, if you believe the Bible, if you go back, one of the things that God hated the most, you'll find out what He did with it. That was Sodom and Gomorrah. What did He do with it?
Destroyed it.
How did He destroy it?
He destroyed it through what he did was he came in and he gave you the opportunity.
He was fire and brimstone from heaven.
Right.
He told his people to get out, and then he rained down fire and brimstone to burn up Sodom and Gomorrah. So this is
pretty
God.
extreme.
That's pretty extreme. So God is saying, "Hey, this is how much I hate this particular carrying on. I'll burn it up." Okay, that's what He did. So, you bring a point there, but the thing about it is, people think, okay, it's all right. No, if I'm in agreement with something, then the Bible says I have become a partaker. Okay, I have become a partaker. In other words, I've shaken hands with them in a sense and agree with what's going on. So I just can't, like you said, we just can't say nothing, but we have to say something. But we just can't just settle and say, okay, hey, if they're going to be a homosexual, fine, I agree with it. Or if, that type of thing. We just can't agree with that, because if we do, then we become a sharer. We become a partaker in who they are and what they say that they're going to be. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Do you want to be a partaker or in what they do or share? Whether you want to be or believe in it or not. Because if you say, yeah, well, if they want to be whatever they want to be, that's them. I'm not against the homosexual. If you say that, you are sharing in their sin. You have become a partaker. That's all I'm saying. Whether you want to or not.
Well, see, what I'm saying is this. Like I said, when I said the last time about gay marriage. Mm-hmm. Now, if you want to put on your insurance policy, if y'all want to live together, that's fine. But I felt like, look, gay marriage is out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I say you are homosexual, you're a homosexual. That's fine. But you need to understand that
that's not fine. That's not fine. That's my point. That's not fine.
Okay.
Like more than just marriage,
point.
Yeah. I mean,
that's your point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I'm saying.
But
what I'm saying is this: when you did, we are the dominant society. In other words, I know people ain't gonna like to hear that when you say this. Look, we have kings and queens. We have certain things how this is go. Now, if you want to be a gay king in the homecoming, that's you. But we're not going to change it to royalty. We have kings, we have queens. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do this.
Now, I will say this.
As long as we sit back, go ahead.
I'm going to say this. To that point, I'm not going to say it's okay, because for me, I'm never going to support it. But with your point about change, that was one thing I didn't like either, because you're changing the entire rules just to fit that one agenda. So that shows to me that the principal of that school didn't give a care about any of them other kids. They just wanted to fit the rules enough to make sure this gay boy was out in front and won in this manner. Because really, you can almost make the argument that they probably, but it sure did end up happening, did this to get a lot of attention. Because this show got them a lot of attention nationwide. People that hadn't heard of White Station, whether good or bad, they heard about it now.
Oh, yeah.
And now they formed their opinion about them, whether good or bad.
Why do you think the media reports this so
heavily?
Yeah, why do you think ABC, NBC are all behind this story at CNN, and they're reporting this story? Why do you think they're doing that?
Because, like I said again, it's an agenda. It's an agenda to destroy the black culture.
Okay, well, you're not helping. You're not helping any if you say, okay, whatever they want to be, that's up to them. You're not helping any because no. What I'm saying is by you accepting and agreeing with the homosexual lifestyle,
you're not going to change homosexuality.
Sir, I didn't say. Listen. Don't raise your voice to me, sir. All I'm saying
Don't raise your voice to me.
Well, no. All I'm saying is I'm giving you a platform to talk.
Yeah.
Okay, but it doesn't matter, if you raising your voice at me. What I'm saying is you're talking over me. So I'm trying to talk in. Listen. This is where I'm not going to go there anymore. Listen, what I'm saying is if you're going to agree that it's okay for this young black man to be whatever he wants to be, then you're not helping the cause. Okay? Then other young black men going to say, okay, they say, okay, well, they feel it's okay to be gay, so I can be gay. And so that's a process of wiping out society, of the black society, is what you were talking about. That's the process, Robert. This is the process of wiping out the black society. If you agree with that, then you're encouraging other young men to follow suit. That is okay. It's not okay.
What I'm saying is, are you saying that that homosexuality just started now?
No, I'm not saying that. I told you earlier. I told you earlier what happened to the homosexual lifestyle back in Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what God thought about it. He burned them up.
Okay, now if we go by what you said, if we're going by what you are saying, so my point is, let me just get to my point. I'm not going to argue yours. My point is that look, there are going to be homosexuals. That's not going to change.
I didn't never say that there weren't going to be. Right. I'm just saying. So what I'm saying to you, if you say it's okay to be homosexual, then you're talking about at the same time wiping out the process of black men. Then you're not helping the process because you're giving other young men the right to say, okay, people are saying it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it, so I'll just accept the situation that I'm gay, and therefore it's going to take the seed of the man in order to produce. So if you're telling the young black men it's okay, whatever they want to do, however lifestyle they want to live, and they choose to live the gay or the homosexual lifestyle or become a woman or whatever, then the process of taking out black men and producing over and over, the process is going to quickly end because you're encouraging other young black men that it's okay. It's not okay.
The agenda is to make the black male look as if he is weak. And what it is that you put the black gay man in front of the heterosexual male. And this is what I'm saying that we're going to have to understand. Look, you got gay black males, but not every man. It's like you're saying that as a black man, I understand that they're homosexual. But what I'm saying is this: I'm not gonna drop my tradition just to suit you. In other words, look, you are a male, okay? Now, if you're going to be a part of something, regardless, you could be the gay part of it or whatever. But I'm not going to change tradition. The tradition of marriage is a man and a woman, not man and man. Right. That's what I'm saying. Right. If you want to be gay and live together, go do your thing. But don't come over here.
You're encouraging. I understand where you're coming from. I got where you're coming from. But when you encourage and say, "Okay, that's your thing. You want to go live with another man or do your thing. That's okay. I don't have to." But you're encouraging the wrong. And then
in a roundabout way.
In a roundabout way, you're encouraging the young black man to do wrong, to do that. You may not understand that you are, but you are. Hey, Robert, thanks for the call.
All right.
901-213-6020. If anybody else want to get to,
And I, because I'm thinking about it, right? I think, with some people, because I've heard other people kind of say the same thing about it. And I know, clearly he's not for homosexuality. I can tell by what he's saying, but I think also when you get into the language of y'all just go over there and don't mess with our stuff, right? That's
or
kinda,
be whatever you want to be.
Yeah, and that people like that, I don't really feel they're supporting it, but they're just saying y'all just leave me alone.
But if you say it, you're gonna have whatever you say.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so if you're saying it, then you're encouraging other people. Don't encourage that lifestyle, and you don't want to do that.
And I do agree because there's a lot of comments, like you said, coming in there.
GKP says, remember Billy Porter?
Yeah. He at the Grammys. That's right.
Just wore a dress. Mm-hmm. And he's grown.
A grown man.
Black man.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Okay.
Good morning,
and this is another thing we're talking about.
Yeah.
This is what we're talking about. This grown man wearing a dress at the Grammys? I mean, come on, man. And, and then other young men see this and they think it's okay. That's what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Either in appearance or if we say something to encourage this, we don't need to say anything or even show anything that we're even encouraging this type of lifestyle.
So, quick question again, some of y'all that just came in. Do you feel, one of the questions is, do you feel that with the homosexual agenda is a target to against black male masculinity, or to target the black man in the family, or the black man period? Because once again, we talked about, we played a clip from a YouTube video where a guy was saying, hey, let's look at this. They seem to not mind putting the black man in a dress out in front. Mm-hmm. Didn't have a problem with it. You know what I mean? He pointed out how the principal is a white woman. He pointed out Dr. Ray.
White woman, what does she care?
Yeah.
Not all white women.
No,
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But, if they don't care, they're going to let it go. They're going to pay.
It's not personal to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, why I was getting so fired up about it, because I always feel like it is kind of a thing, especially with the black community, how they don't mind putting black men in front with dresses or demasculating black men in whatever way that you possibly can. So here's another thing that fired me up, right? I was going to bring this up earlier.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Really a few weeks ago, y'all may have saw this on the TalkBackLive with Bob and Josh Facebook page. I shared a story, and there were a couple of comments that came in on it. Charlize Theron, who is a popular actress, says her oldest daughter is transgender. In an interview with the Daily Mail, the Oscar winner says her 7-year-old daughter, Jackson, was assigned a male identity at birth. Now, she's calling Jackson her daughter now, right? But he was born a boy, and she raised him as a boy until he was, 3 years old. Mm-hmm. And that young black boy that she adopted,
right,
who happened to be black again, mm-hmm, that boy said, hey, Mom, I'm not a boy. I'm a girl. At 3 years old. She said, okay, and raised him as her daughter ever since.
Wow.
Now, again, I cannot help but continue to have an issue with this when you got this stupid ideology pervading through society. Mm-hmm. That's not okay.
No, it's not.
And it seems to be it's pervading everybody, but it seems to really be centralizing on the black community. Once again, this is a black boy that she's raised and she's adopted. And so easily willing to discredit the way he was created, the way he was brought into this world and built as a man, as a boy. And because he says, I'm a girl, she's going to raise him as her daughter.
But first of all,
it's unbelievable.
Where did he get the idea of even thinking that he might be a girl?
No telling. And
did she encourage it or what?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think also, too, kids are kids, right? They may say silly stuff. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't think I ever said nothing like that.
But no. And I was making sure that you better not.
Yeah. So, I don't even know where you get that idea. Now I can see kids, saying, "Hey, I'm Batman or something." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or I'm whatever character on TV or something like that. But what are you gonna say? You gonna allow them to be Batman, grow up to be Batman? You gonna allow them to be a tree if they said that I'm a tree, or a dragon, or a dinosaur or whatever? I'm Barney. You know what I'm saying? Are you Barney now? So I don't. That mindset is so insane to me.
Yeah.
It's nuts, and we're accepting it as normal. And I think we really got to get a grip on what's going on here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before everybody just kind of loses it in this society of we get so inclusive.
Yeah.
To the point that common sense is thrown out the window.
Yeah, absolutely. And folks, you know who you are when you're a male or a female. Nobody has to tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, you can just look at your body. I mean, if you really don't know and you hadn't seen lately, just pull off your clothes and stand in front of a mirror. Okay? You'll be able to know who and whatever you are.
Yeah.
It'll clearly be seen.
It'll be apparent.
No, you don't. You won't need a revelation. You will know. Just plainly, you'll know who you are.
Yeah.
901-213-6020 and yeah.
We'll probably have to take a break now.
Yeah. We got some other things we'll read here when we come back.
Yes, sir.
Your comments are still coming in, and we'll read those other comments when we come back from the break and take your phone calls as well, and we'll maybe talk about other things. 901-213-6020 is the number to call. Hey, but hey, I might go out and get another burger today.
Hey, you never know.
Lotta Burger!
You know where to go.
2260 South 3rd.
That's right.
Is the place to go. Man, what a burger.
They got other stuff too now.
They got other stuff too. They got
Philly cheese.
Hey, also, John, they have the chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And they talking about the chicken sandwich. Other places talk about their chicken sandwich. You need to try the one at Lotta Burger. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Talk Back Live with Bob
and Josh.
9:06 is the time. 6 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock Central Time. And a very pleasant good morning to you on a Tuesday morning. If you're looking for some of the best old-fashioned burgers and cakes in town, Lotta Burger is the place to go for all of your favorites. Lotta Burger, 2260 South 3rd, Memphis, Tennessee, 901-946-2001. They're open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6:45 p.m. And the items on their menu include single, double, triple burgers, Philly sandwiches, smoked sausage, beef hot dogs, grilled cheese, tenders, fries, onion rings, and more. Call-in orders must be done before 11 a.m. No calls accepted after 11 a.m. Drive-thru is available. Hungry for a burger? Lotta Burger, 2260 South 3rd, Memphis, Tennessee, 901-946-2001. Don't just settle for any burger. Get a Lotta Burger.
Are you tired of going to the doctor with the same issue over and over again and never getting any relief? Are you tired of buying all types of vitamins and supplements, hoping but not knowing for sure that they will keep you healthy? Or are you getting enough of the right kind of nutrients that your specific body needs? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you need a nutritional blood analysis. With a nutritional blood analysis, we can take one drop of blood from a prick of your finger and analyze your body's nutritional needs, nutritional deficiencies, and nutritional imbalances. This analysis can provide an early warning of possible future health challenges so you can make the changes now to avoid the negative outcome. A nutritional blood analysis can be used to monitor a health challenge before and after adopting an approach to restore health and balance. It will also allow you the ability to determine the effectiveness of various approaches to restoring and balancing your health. So don't wait. Make your appointment. Stop guessing with your health. Know what works for sure. 901-602-7063.
Graphics Printing, located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, a complete print shop for all your printing needs. They do it all. Color copies, resumes, funeral programs, rubber stamps, full-color business cards, wedding and graduation invitations, and more. 30-plus years of quality work and service. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, Tennessee, 901-345-9294. Graphics Printing. CJ Used Appliances, located at 3530 Jackson Avenue here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances have the best prices in town. Sales and service, heating and air. Also the best appliances you'll find anywhere in the Mid-South. Refrigerators, microwave stoves, washers and dryers, deep freezers, dishwashers, whatever you need in used appliances. And folks, I'm telling you, they're the best used appliances anywhere you'll find. That's CJ Used Appliances, 3530 Jackson Avenue. All appliances come with warranty. You can call them at 901-487-7882. Again, 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances. C&S Motors Auto Sales, located at 2508 Summer Avenue, here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-323-8778. C&S Motors Auto Sales has been around since 1984. Go by and see Chris today for some of the best pre-owned and used vehicles in the city. They have SUVs, minivans, cars, trucks, whatever you're looking for in pre-owned used vehicles. Hey, you can find it right there at C&S Motors Auto Sales. See Chris since 1984. They will treat you right. Call them at 901-323-8778. That's 901-323-8778. 2508 Summer Avenue, C&S Motors Auto Sales. Into the mid-90s today. Wow. Sure. It is going to be another hot day today, and so, grab an ice cream cone or a shake. A shake?
Yeah. You know who got good shakes?
Yes.
Who? Lottaburger.
That's right. You're right. Lottaburger. I was trying to think. Who do you think that's got one better than Lottaburger? I but they have very good shakes.
We had yesterday. Mm-hmm. I had the large strawberry. I had the vanilla again.
Oh God,
the vanilla's off the chain.
Can't take it anymore. It's so good.
And it was so hot yesterday. I mean, it was perfect.
Yes. And about doing some things yesterday and grabbed the old shake from Lottaburger, 2260 South 3rd. And where, to me, wow, they're one of the biggest burgers in the area. And chicken sandwich, go by and try that. Onion rings, fries, all kinds of other things, Josh, that they have there as well. So, go by there today, and they have a drive-through. And call orders in, folks, before 11 o'clock. If you're calling to make your pickup orders, call in before 11 o'clock. Do not call after 11 o'clock because they're still preparing all of the meals so that they can be ready for you to pick them up. And if you call during that time after 11 o'clock this morning, it makes it kind of difficult. Yeah, for them to get the phone and all that other. But I will tell you this. That is a clean place on the inside.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Ooh, I mean.
Brand new stuff.
Oh, God.
It's lit. I mean, it's really nice.
She keeps that place really, really spotless. And, folks, I can tell you, when you got a place like Lotta Burger and it's that clean, then you know that it's going to be clean when they cook your food.
Real talk.
And they take very, very good care. And they're very professional at what they do. And but hey, go by Lotta Burger today, 2260 South 3rd, and they'll take good care of you.
As we say, don't just settle for any burger.
Get a Lotta Burger.
There it is.
Yeah. All right, and we're back. 91213-6020, 9:15, 15 minutes past the hour of 9 a.m., 9 o'clock Central Time. A very pleasant good morning to you on a Tuesday morning. And we were, yes.
Yeah, exactly. And we were talking about the situation in again.
Yes.
And I want to play, because we got some new people on that weren't on before.
Right.
The clip that we played in relation to the situation down there. And I brought up some interesting questions that we're asking today.
And we had some callers that called in and had some interesting points. Robert,
yeah,
and you know, Robert knows he's fighting back at me. He knows I'm a fighter.
Yeah,
but you know, we love our callers. We love our callers, love our listeners. But hey, Josh, you're gonna take a listen to this, and
yes, sir.
And we're gonna talk some more on this particular topic. Also, we talked about Thurston Smith, the little conversation we did have. Him, you know, but I'm just not in agreement with Thurston Smith being city councilman. I mean, you know, if this city can put people like him on the city council, then we're in trouble.
Yeah, honestly.
Really.
And I'm sure there are people like that there now.
Yeah. But we don't need to keep piling it on.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Yeah. But anyway, what do you think about Thurston Smith? And he was arrested, by the way. That was the story we were talking about. He was arrested, and he posted bail, a bond on this, and he's out now. They did arrest him for pointing a pistol at one of his workers, campaign workers.
And the reason why it took
because he didn't want to pay him.
It took about a week because the police, you know, they wanted to make sure everything was as legit as possible.
Yeah.
At least in the early stages. So we'll see what happens there. But this is in relation to what you're about to hear, that is in relation to the White Station situation. And it may give you some things to think about, so y'all take a listen.
And Lloyd Brown was watching earlier. I don't know if he's still watching. Lloyd for checking in with us today. Hey, this White Station story is no joke, folks. Let's take a listen to it, and we'll be back and continue our discussion. You can talk on either topic or whatever you want to talk about, but take a listen to this story out of White Station High School.
There is nothing cute about this. Oh my goodness. So I'm sure many of you guys are well aware of this story. And I happened to come by it. And the title was 2019 Homecoming King and Queen. Well, excuse me. King and Queen. Because the principal decided to get rid of that and go for more gender neutral titles. So it was Homecoming Royalty. Right? I'm like a 2019 White Station High School. And in this picture, there is a black man with a dress and a tiara and a bouquet. And he's holding this. And I'm like, okay, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Let me look into who the principal is. Let me see what the principal looks like. And I look into what the principal looks like. Okay, that's very interesting. Because the principal was like, we're gonna just be respectful. We will delete disrespectful comments. I love the school, yada, yada, yada. All right. Then I look into the superintendent, right? I'm like, okay, let me see what the superintendent says. Because the superintendent was like, well, we want to bolster the voices of our students and everything, and I'm like, yada, yada, yada. I look into what this person looks like. I'm like, oh, okay, that's very interesting. Because I know many people like cream and sweet and low in their coffee. Seems like he likes a lot of that. Regardless, I go on to reading about the story. And this person, this 17-year-old black boy, was talking about he's gay and that he wanted to feel like a queen. Excuse me, I almost said king. You can see how I can make that mistake, right? Now, he wanted to feel like a queen and decided to wear a dress. That's what he wanted to do. Now, in addition to that, they go on to tell you that it was a 16-year-old ma'am who took the picture. Once again, a 16-year-old. Now, let me just tell you guys this. What is happening right now is that this is the modern day form of buck breaking. That's what you're witnessing right now. So all the women who are applauding this, that's what you're applauding. You are applauding the emasculation of black men. And they've been going at that for a while. You see how many black men they love putting in dresses. They can't help but put a black man in a dress. Put a little lipstick on him and everything. Yes, that is a modern form of buck breaking. That is what they are doing. Okay? And they are parading this poor soul around just to let everyone see, just to make sure you all see what is to come. Kind of how they did back in the day, where if you had an angry slave, the angry black man, they break him and then let you see him just like this. You remember him 2 weeks ago? Heck, not even probably 2 weeks. Remember him a couple of days ago or an hour ago? How angry he was? Look at him now. As docile as a butterfly. Wouldn't even harm an ant. And then you just bring him along, let everyone else see. So in case anyone else got any ideas, oh, you want to act out? Well, you remember he was acting out. You all remember that? Well, that's what's going to happen to you, okay? Anyone who supports the alphabet community and the propaganda that they are injecting into children's minds, because you have to understand, these are not adults yet, and they are disseminating this propaganda into the schools with your teachers, into the movies that they watch, into the shows that they watch, into the toys that they play with. I've already done videos on this. I just want everyone to understand.
Okay, and 901-213-6020, and your comments are welcome on Facebook as well. What do you think? Now, look at that picture. You saw the picture of the guy with standing there with the dress on and the flowers and all of that and the crown or whatever on his head there. And then the female in front of him rearing back. So what in the world are you? Now, look, they selected this guy as the homecoming royalty, they call it, not king or queen. Mm-hmm. Look at the young lady behind him. Directly behind him, there's a young lady over to your right, if you've seen that picture. Now, you mean tell me this ugly dude look better than that girl that's standing right behind him? I mean, come on, folks. You mean tell me that he beat her out? I mean, we have problems. We have a problem. Like Houston would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a problem.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah, this is a serious problem here.
Yeah.
And this is not because he is better looking. There's a spirit behind this. This is demonic, demons that's causing this mess to go out of order the way God created for it to be. Whether you believe in it or not, it's not going to change the fact that it is. But we have to face reality and understand that this is the world we're living in. And this young man, for him to be persuaded or, to be trained in the way that someone just allowed him to walk the way he wanted to go, and then for the adulthood, the school, the teachers, the administration the superintendent, and all of them to embrace what this kid says he thinks he is, then we have a problem with our adult people that are training and teaching our kids. This is a real problem here. And we just can't sit back and allow it to happen to the kids in society. And you know, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And I guess here's the thing. And Greg, I know, the competition not necessarily about looks all the time. It's like a popularity thing.
Yeah.
But either way.
I was trying to
make the point about and things of that nature. But I'm like this. Do you guys think, and to the question that was even that was being broached in the audio that we played, do you guys think this is a target, not just this, but situations like this in our society are targeting black men and the emasculation of the black man in society and of men in society? You continue to see situations like this being praised and honored in certain aspects, and especially to the point where at White Station they changed the rules, essentially just so he could get a win. And also, I feel like as well, now of course, again, I understand that he was popular in the school, and previously, as kind of what I think it was Robert was saying, hey, why not just keep it king and queen and have him win king or something? The dude change the rules so that he can enjoy his queen experience. Yeah. Which is an interesting thought, because if he did win king, he wouldn't be able to dress like that, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Let me say something here, Josh. I'll go on. I defended you earlier and your comments and things like that, and I wasn't in agreement with what you were saying, but I was in defending you. Everybody has a chance to say what's on their heart and on their mind. And I agree with what Greg just said to you. Dude, why don't you simply respect this page or stay off of it? Now, I can delete you and get rid of you. Now, you don't come on our page, you know what we stand for, and then you say all kinds of languages. Even if we're not standing, you say all kinds of language. We have all kinds of people watching this page. And then you want to say whatever you want to say on here, then you need to go somewhere else if somebody's going to allow that crap on their page. And if you're going to use that kind of language and say the things that you're saying to disrespect me and everybody else on here, then that just tells us that you can care less about what we're doing here. And if you don't straighten up, then you're going to be off this page.
Yeah. And we're not like folks that go around. There's other shows out there that go around banning people left and right for
no
reasons.
No.
We welcome dialogue and discussions, and you have put a couple of comments relating to the discussion here. But there's a reason why, personally, I have a short patience with it as well, and I know Bob does as well. So It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
But there's some more comments here. Okay. Greg has come into the conversation.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Greg. He says, it ain't about looks. Probably not. But
well, he wouldn't have won.
That guy.
You can see that right there.
But clearly he wasn't.
I mean, any man would win, just to be honest, in a queen competition.
Greg, welcome to the show.
Speaking
of Greg, good morning on a Tuesday.
Good morning. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you all?
Doing well.
What's up, G?
I think I woke up in a bad mood this morning. I'm just a little irritated, so I decided to call because I was about to post some ugliness. But that Agawai dude, man, I'm really tired of your disrespectful rhetoric. Everywhere I see you post, you always say using disrespectful language on people's posts.
Mm-hmm.
How do you, everybody has their opinion about stuff, but come on, man, use better language,
Yeah.
Obviously, you want to be heard, you can draw more flies with honey than,
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a lot of
like, come on, man.
Yeah.
And then to sit there and talk about how stupid Memphis people are,
Well, Well, evidently he doesn't want to get elected. He keeps running for office. So I guess it's not a good way to get elected.
But and it's going to, like I said about LaMichael Wilson, it's going to take more than mama and them to get you elected.
Yeah, absolutely.
And see,
so you want to sit here and call people stupid Memphians and too stupid to understand. No, maybe we're not stupid enough to vote for you, clown.
And I'm gonna say,
come on.
I'll say something quick about LaMichael, because you brought it up, and I did see the convo. I did this last week or whatever, the weekend.
I think it was over the weekend, man.
Yeah, because I'm like, and I'm not to get off your point. I'm gonna let you get right to what you're gonna say, but I'm like this, man. I understand he's trying to go the personal route, try to get people, who want to meet up with the cigar bar with you because he saw you just happen to have a cigar in one of your pictures, which is interesting. He's going through your pictures one, but the other thing is that I still don't legitimately feel, and I know there's people that support LaMichael and the nice guy or whatever. I don't legitimately feel you're really trying to, because if you were, this little thing is not going to work. It's just not going to work. I mean, Harrington, even though he's done more than what he's doing, but even Harrington's strategy is not going to work. So I don't understand.
None of their strategies are going to work.
No.
And just like you saw what I told him, Josh, I don't need you to sell yourself to me.
Yeah.
You don't need to sell it to me, because you're not going to be the mayor of just me. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, I digress on that.
Yeah.
But the thing about, the little dude, at White Station. Now, Josh, I can't agree with that narrative about that black men are being targeted for emasculation.
Okay.
Because you have to ask the question, who's targeting us?
Mm-hmm.
And if you answer, say, white people, well, white people are not this boy's parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
So obviously that is some stuff that's being condoned in the home.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And I got some information about the little man yesterday. I actually know somebody that knows him.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And I was told that this little dude is quite disrespectful as well.
Mm.
Maybe a good student, and smart, but that don't mean they ain't disrespectful. They're not just disrespectful with the antics and stuff like that. Trying to, I guess, what I heard was trying to entice men at some party.
I can see.
Put them out.
So essentially, essentially, he's a RuPaul wannabe. It sounds like.
Right, and but that's just whatever. But my thing is,
that's not cool
like
either.
I said,
no.
Right, and I don't know about the targeting specifically of black men for emasculation or homosexuality. I don't know about that because I still see more gay white men than I do gay black. Now, that's not to say it's still not wrong for them from them directing this gay narrative all the time.
Right.
Who was that talking about? Something about a 3-year-old. A 3-year-old gay, wannabe gay, or say you're a girl or something.
Yeah. So but he was referring to my story.
Oh yeah,
I was talking about. Robert Lee made that comment you saw, and Robert was talking about the story I was talking about. I posted on the TalkBackLive page last week, I think, and you may have saw it, Greg. It was Charlize Theron. Has a
I think I was talking to somebody about that yesterday.
Yeah, because he
talking about the little boy talking about he a girl.
Yeah, when she adopted this, and ironically again, it's happened to be a black boy that she adopted.
And who is she?
She is Charlize Theron, who's a
Charlize
popular
Theron,
actor.
she's an actress.
Yeah.
Okay, what color is she?
White.
Okay.
So
she's from South. She's actually of South African ancestry.
Okay.
So she's a white South African, and so so all that being said, so she adopted this boy, and I don't doubt she doesn't love him or whatever. But my problem is insane because the boy said he was a girl one day at 3 years old, and then she says, "Okay, let's roll with it." And he's 7 now.
They're going to raise him as a little girl.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. That is becoming common people glaze over this sometimes. Oh, that's just correct. No, this is becoming a common thing, and people are trying to guilt people into doing this more and more in society. So what are we going to start doing? If I claim right now that I am a Doberman, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like I am. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it don't look like it or there's no evidence whatsoever that being possible. I want to be a Doberman, so y'all should let me be what I want to be. Is that not the same logic?
Yeah. It is the same logic, but but people will, they try to lock you up, because obviously you can't be no Doberman. You're not a dog.
Greg, they would say he's crazy. He's crazy. He's losing his mind. Yeah. But what about the people that say that clearly seen that they're men, but they say, "Hey, I'm a woman."
I mean, man, we and now if there's a war on anything, if you ask me, there's a war on God.
Yeah.
They're trying to remove God from every facet of everything and just, make everything it is what it is, and it can't be.
And whatever he said, they want to make a mockery of it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy, man. But anyway, fellas, hey, that's all I had to say, man.
Okay, bro.
And I apologize. I was a little irritated. We had a dumb meeting this morning, and I'm headed to do something dumb now, and I'm not happy about it.
I understand. I understand. I really do.
Hey, Greg, that's what we're here for. For all the people that got dumb stuff to do, y'all listen to us and get in a better mood. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and then I'm sitting in dumb traffic right now too. So
oh man. Well, hey, at least it ain't the bed bug situation. I saw you post about that. That sounded quite aggravating.
I was much dumber after that conversation. That's for sure. Much dumber, But hey, it is what it is.
Definitely, brother. Appreciate
all right,
it,
fellas. Well, I'm gonna listen in, though, man.
Thanks, man. Greg, take care of yourself, man. Thanks for the call.
All right.
901-213-6020.
Hey.
And comments are still coming in. Darnell Gibbs, thanks for watching, man, and checking in with us today.
That's a new name. That's a new name. Let's see. GKP says, I'm Bizak. So there's that. Robert Lee said a white South African LOL. And Jet says, I identify with a bleep 850 credit score. So he's saying I'm a credit, my credit is 850 because I want it to be. So there you go. Like people identify as a woman, or identify as a dog. Well, he's identifying as a higher credit score. So there it is.
Yeah,
I just went through all of them.
I'm trying to see what Agawad is trying to. What is he trying to prove?
Well,
here?
His thing is he posts everywhere, right? The same stuff. Is that the people in Memphis? So
are you trying to get elected on our show?
I mean, it ain't working.
I mean, it's not working, man. You're an idiot. I mean, no. I mean, if anybody votes for you, man, I mean,
I don't know what to say. Yeah.
You're like unwanted dirt between the toes.
Well, to say the least,
it needs to go. Yeah. Anyway, 901-213-6020. All right, we're talking about the homecoming royalty. I started to say king and queen. Well, it's not that anymore. With especially White Station High School. Why? Why do teachers, administrators allow this stuff? And one thing I am surprised about, I may be wrong. I haven't heard hardly anything from the superintendent on this issue.
Well, and the only thing he did say was just say, hey, we accept everybody and blah, 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 Yeah. That's it. I mean, he really didn't say much.
And he's a black man. Now, I wonder if his parents raised him that way.
I don't know.
And then for him to grow up, become a black man, and supposed to of other young kids all across the board, white, black, and all, but then to allow yourself as a black man leader to not check this young black man here. Well, and try to, help him with the problem that he has. I don't understand that as a superintendent.
Now, I will say, and I'm not going to insinuate this because I don't know anything about Dr. Ray enough to say this, but the video that we played, the man insinuated that Dr. Ray was potentially full of sweet and low.
Oh.
So now,
I don't know.
I can't say
I don't know.
Nothing about that. Now, he put up a picture of him smiling with a pink bow tie on.
Oh, God.
So, I mean, look, that's not always a sign.
Know.
Because
I'm not Dr. Ray. I am not saying that. So,
no, I'm not saying that.
If you ever run across somebody tell you about this show or what's being said, I don't know if that's true.
I don't know what I've been told.
I don't know what we've been told here this morning about you, and I'm not going to entertain that. But if if you want to call and defend yourself or whatever, you're welcome to do so on this show. But hey,
a pink bow tie is not incriminating enough.
No, it's not.
Because some men, you can do it. As a man,
I wouldn't.
Well, no, I wouldn't either. No, I don't think you can get away with that. But I mean, it's a certain type of way you do it.
Yeah.
You don't just But anyway,
Robert Lee says a black Prince Mongo.
Agawat, yeah. Well, that's it.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't know he was black, to be honest with you.
Is he? Is he really black?
I don't know. I thought he wasn't, to be honest. But Jet says LMAO, he's laughing. And Greg says, dang, Bob, when you were talking about, I guarantee you, it's when you were talking about the between your toes situation. Because even myself, I was thrown aback by the unwanted between your toes. That's pretty blow. Goodness gracious.
Oh, boy.
GKP says, we got a problem here, Bob.
That will be a problem, seriously, GKP. All right, 901-213-6020. Do you think that Thurston Smith, first of all, we talked about that this morning, Thurston Smith is the guy that they need to vote? What district is that?
District 7.
7. In the Raleigh, what is that, part of Raleigh and Fraser community?
Yeah.
Over there, pretty big district from what I understand. He just wants a job and some extra money. That's all he's after. He's not after serving the public. He's not after serving you and me. And some people may say, how do you know that? I've already had experience talking to the guy. I knows what his character and his behavior. He can be an evil guy. Okay? And do people intentionally and really he doesn't. He really tries to hurt you. And that's why I don't see why or how he can be compassionate enough to run and work for the people of Shelby County or anywhere. That's just me. Mm-hmm. Okay, because I'm just telling the way I feel from having dealt with him. All right, but in the other news, we're talking about the homecoming situation again, which, by the way, we talked about. It is all over the news everywhere now. It is national news. CNN, NBC, ABC, CBS running that clip this morning about what's going on in Memphis with the black man, the black young boy.
In a dress.
And in a dress and having flowers in his arms.
And a tiara.
Yes.
Now, look, and the most incriminating thing to me, not that he's a criminal, but I'm just saying, he said again that he wanted to feel like a queen. WREG reported a quote from him saying he wanted to have the queen experience. He wanted to dress like a queen. And also, they call him at the school the queen of extra. Meaning he's extra. Extra flamboyant, extra with his persona and attitude. So, I will say this. If what Greg says is true, which I have no reason to believe is not, that this kid is one of those that, you would come on the guys in certain situations.
Right.
You don't need to do that.
Yeah.
If I'm him, whatever you do, don't do that.
Right.
Because I'm going to tell you something. At that point, I'm not advising nobody to do nothing to nobody. But all I'm saying is don't do that.
Don't do it.
Don't do no. I was thinking of myself in high school. No. I ain't taking that.
Yeah. Robert Lee has a statement there. He says the superintendent.
The superintendent had nothing to say out of fear. I was just about to say that. Out of fear of the gay community coming after him in the school board for now allowing the black male homosexual to call himself a queen.
So elected officials really, you saying that the superintendent is afraid to say anything because he's fearing for his job?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And Jet has a comment here. He says,
just getting off the phone with Thurston, says Jet. This story will go away as soon as the election is over. So, hey, there it is. So we shall see. So does that mean he didn't do it?
Well, I mean, the point of the fact that he was arrested, it still remains. And honestly, look, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't doubt it would. It would. I don't doubt it. Look, why? If I'm the news, I'm not taking up for the news. But I think to me it's kind of common sense. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not gonna act like I know everything. But if I'm the news, I don't know if I would continue reporting if the election is over. Yeah, I mean,
unless he wins the election.
Yeah, it's not going to stop.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying is, unless he wins the election, then it's still a story.
Yeah.
If he's a guy that didn't win the election and this whatever's still going on, why would I still talk about it?
Yeah, they're not gonna talk about it.
It's not relevant, to be honest.
But
other than a passing note.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be as. Look, this is a guy. The reason it's being talked about to me is not because you're being targeted.
Right.
It's because you're in a high-profile election.
Right.
And you're arrested. So that's. I feel like that's a common.
And you're going to be leading the public if you're elected.
Yeah.
And people are concerned about people that like this that are out leading them and not showing leadership traits or standing up for what is right or out there just doing something wrong and pulling a gun. And want to be in the city council and represent the people for what? To shoot at them, or I mean,
oh man, come on.
I mean, what?
You don't think he gonna?
I mean, what
around
is
District 7?
I mean, what does he want to do? Target practice on all of the people in the district?
Come on,
I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's pulling a gun on your campaign worker. The guy worked hard for you and tried to help you get elected, and then you owe him some money. I mean, the guy worked hard, the laborer's worthy of his hire. If he works hard, he should get paid. And so he only asked for his little change, his money, and then you pulled a gun on him. I mean, what does that tell people about you, Thurston Smith?
Okay, here's the thing. I gotta.
You don't want anybody off it like that.
Only reason I'm coming in is some more comments here, and I have a response to it. Jet says true, but the case will be dropped afterwards. Also, and not so he doesn't mean just a news story, the actual case with the guy. But no litigation, no lawsuits, no payouts.
Okay,
I'm gonna tell you, to me, why that does make sense. One. Even if Anthony Johnson, I think it would be let's say it was Anthony Johnson's idea to sabotage Thurston's campaign, right? Let's just say that's the case. He's using real life events to happen. His argument. So if this was a thing to come out just to ruin the election, I'm not advising somebody do that to somebody. But if you do have a legitimate claim and you use that legitimate claim to ruin somebody's election, then hey, it is what it is.
Right.
I'm definitely not going to feel sorry for the person because so he has a legitimate claim.
Right.
And it's up to him whether he wants to litigate or whether he wants to drop it.
It's not after he's destroying his campaign.
It's not like he made it up.
Right. It's a true story. The guy is saying, "Hey, all I want is my money. Mm-hmm. You know, you can run for president if you want. Just pay me what you owe me."
But what I'm saying is, it's possible if he drops the suit like he said.
Yeah.
He may not even be that much after the money.
Yeah.
He may have just wanted to make sure everybody knows what happened.
What happened to him? I mean, you know, you pull a gun on me, man, and that's not good. That's not cool. That's not for a person, anybody. I don't care if you're running for political office or not. To pull a gun on someone, that's a crime. And then
told him
want to be elected official in a city that's full of crime, and then pulling a gun on someone, what kind of example are you setting? Because people are going to say, oh, yes, this guy got elected city council, so, you know, evidently in the area, the troubled area that you're trying to get in for is Frazier, Raleigh, and the areas that are already troubled with crime.
See, Thurston's not
they don't need anyone in office that is a criminal himself.
And some of y'all might get this reference. Thurston's not like Senator Tate, that which is off of a TV show that killed a man on a recent episode.
No.
That tried to rob him. Now that was different because old boy had a gun on Senator Tate. Senator Tate pulled his pistol out. That ghost gave him,
Yeah.
But that's a different situation. Senator Tate didn't owe that man money. So hey.
Oh.
It is what it is. I'm talking about a TV show.
Okay.
But I'm going to compare it to this. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
And, but GKP says,
John,
he wants that money.
Forget about
it.
I don't know. You have to tell Jet that, GKP.
Yeah.
Because according to Thurston, this is all going to be dropped. I also got a comment in the message from Keenan, New Orleans, who listens on Spreaker.
Okay.
He said, we started the month on Ellen's show with a nice story about the giveaway with the kids that the bullying situation, and they gave their clothes to their kid. Mm-hmm. That was a national story from Memphis.
Right.
And now we end the month nationally with Sister Dude.
See?
Sister Dude.
Now, he's out of New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
Now, see, what kind of...
From Memphis,
but some say that's okay for him to be that way. See what kind of light that sheds across the nation? It's okay, huh? All right. I'm just of the persuasion that a man, I don't care how much sweet lotion he put on him and
sweet lotion,
and ladies, Avon ladies lotion and all that other stuff.
Avon has men products.
Well, they do, but some of these folks now go to Avon to get
the
lady products. See, some of these to get that lady's lotion and the smell in it that makes them feel soft. All of a sudden, and all that kind of stuff. So, is this what you want the young men in our society to be now? Buying ladies' perfume or from Avon with the ladies' lotion and all that stuff and creaming themselves, rubbing themselves down with all of that, and you think it's okay and smell like a woman? Now, I doubt this guy, the way he looked, he smelled like a woman. I mean, it was ridiculous to me. I mean, it's ridiculous to me the way he looked. And then to put a dress on this guy and the way he looked, man, he looked like he could be the captain of the football team. But,
Jenny and I were feeding the elephant when she said,
Mommy, the elephant has wrinkly pantyhose just like yours.
It was terribly embarrassing, but the little rascal was right. Now, I wear legs. Legs have memory yarn. It stretches out and stretches back to fit beautifully.
I don't.
She's got legs.
Legs.
Our legs feed your legs. They hug you, they hold you, they never let you go.
Yes. Some of you remember that. That's back in the day. Yeah. Young people, don't worry about it, okay? All right, you don't remember that. All right, probably Jet remember. Not saying that you're old, Jet, but anyway. GKP probably knows. Robert probably knows. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Our legs fit your legs. They hug you. They hold you. They never let you go. Anyway, all right. GKP says power.
Yeah, that's the show out. Mm-hmm. Wow, with the center of the shopping.
Yeah. Robert Lee
says the homosexual community has financial and political power. Mm-hmm. That is why elected officials fear speaking out against the agenda of their community. It's easy to speak against the black male and the community because we have no financial power or political power.
Oh, Robert. Wow, did you hit a big one? That's legit, bro.
That's a whole show.
Wow, that's another show all by itself. Yes, sir. All right, Jet says real life event.
Yes, he says, if you owe me money and I have to track you down at your campaign site means I've tried other avenues. So if I finally catch up with you, do you really think I'm gonna ask you nicely? No. There's more to this story. I'll stop now before I say too much.
So Jet is saying this guy, when he came to ask for his money, he didn't just come and say, Thurston, can you please give me my money you owe me?
Okay, so
he's saying
that Thurston had felt he had to defend himself.
Thurston felt he had to defend himself. This is why he pulled the pistol on the guy, because the guy came and he probably was taller than Thurston. And
the guy's pretty tall.
Yeah, and then, he came
pretty tall.
At Thurston with a vengeance, and he poor old Thurston, innocent Thurston. And so Thurston pulled a gun on him to defend him, his innocent old self.
According to the news, they have the 2 police reports.
Yeah.
And according to Thurston, he didn't pull his gun. So if he didn't pull his gun, he shouldn't be arrested.
But they arrested him, and he's out on bail.
And now, according to this, I'm not saying this what you're saying, Jed, is the same thing. But if this happens similar to the Thurston situation, what you're describing, then honestly, if Thurston did pull his gun, he would be more in the right to a degree, depending on the severity that he felt the man came after him. Mm-hmm. But he can't use that argument anymore because he already gave a police report that said he did not pull the gun from where it was in the car.
That's true. That's true.
I don't even know if that argument would work, Jet.
Yeah.
But that's just me now. Yeah. He said clarification he didn't pull a gun. So that's what I'm saying. I don't get now. I will say, and Jet, you said it, on Thurston's side of the police report that he submitted was that he was the victim and that he didn't pull a gun and that Anthony Johnson came at him aggressively. Now, I would understand.
So what did Thurston do? Did he
said
ran?
He got in the car.
He ran and cried and
left
and put his tail between his legs and jumped in the car and took off. I mean, I don't see and perceive Thurston as doing that. I'm just saying. I believe the guy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That sounds like Thurston. That sounds like him. It
really does. I can't even front.
But at any rate, all right. It is now 9:57, 57 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock. A very pleasant good morning to you on a Tuesday morning. Thanks for all your phone calls and your notes you left on Facebook and on Spreaker. All you that are joining us there. And by the way, you can join us on Spotify and iHeartRadio.
That's right.
And also on Google Podcasts.
So after the show, we will definitely be up on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. Now, iHeartRadio is a little slower. It'll be probably a few hours from now, but it will be up there as well. But all 3 apps, you download them, whatever is your convenience. All you got to do is search TalkBackLive, and not only will you find this show, you will find all of our shows.
All of the shows.
All under the same TalkBackLive search.
Yes.
So just do that. old Breaking Breads, old TalkBackLive Sports, which returns today, by the way, and all that stuff. So we're going to get into it. Also, TalkBackLive Sports later at 2 o'clock. We're back, and I got a lot to talk about. So much went on this weekend. Also, I'm getting a little something that happened last week with the Brady White game with the Memphis Tigers. I'm going to kind of get into that as well. So y'all stay tuned for that. And plus more special guests, all that stuff. So y'all stay tuned.
All right. That's coming up at 2 p.m. this afternoon. And the guy told me, as Jet Lucas said, that guy was arrested as well. So police is dotting I's and crossing T's.
So they arrested him too?
Anyway.
See, that wasn't even in the...
that wasn't.
We can check that out.
I wonder why they didn't say that in the story and just was arrested. But anyway, hey, we're thanks for listening in today and your comments. We really appreciate them. And John, this is it.
That's it.
And we'll see them tomorrow morning at the same time or this afternoon at 2 o'clock when John comes on TalkBackLive Sports. Have a wonderful day today, all of you, and we appreciate you joining in with us. Be blessed. If you're looking for some of the best old-fashioned burgers and cakes in town, Lotta Burger is the place to go for all of your favorites. Lotta Burger, 2260 South 3rd, Memphis, Tennessee, 901-946-2001. They're open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6:45 p.m. And the items on their menu include single, double, triple burgers, Philly sandwiches, smoked sausage, beef hot dogs, grilled cheese, tenders, fries, onion rings, and more. Call-in orders must be done before 11 a.m. No calls accepted after 11 a.m. Drive-thru is available. Hungry for a burger? Lotta Burger, 2260 South 3rd, Memphis, Tennessee, 901-946-2001. Don't just settle for any burger. Get a Lotta Burger.
Are you tired of going to the doctor with the same issue over and over again and never getting any relief? Are you tired of buying all types of vitamins and supplements, hoping but not knowing for sure that they will keep you healthy? Or are you getting enough of the right kind of nutrients that your specific body needs? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you need a nutritional blood analysis. With a nutritional blood analysis, we can take one drop of blood from a prick of your finger and analyze your body's nutritional needs, nutritional deficiencies, and nutritional imbalances. This analysis can provide an early warning of possible future health challenges so you can make the changes now to avoid the negative outcome. A nutritional blood analysis can be used to monitor a health challenge before and after adopting an approach to restore health and balance. It will also allow you the ability to determine the effectiveness of various approaches to restoring and balancing your health. So don't wait. Make your appointment. Stop guessing with your health. Know what works for sure. 901-602-7063.
Graphics Printing, located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, a complete print shop for all your printing needs. They do it all. Color copies, resumes, funeral programs, rubber stamps, full-color business cards, wedding and graduation invitations, and more. 30-plus years of quality work and service. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, Tennessee, 901-345-9294. Graphics Printing. CJ Used Appliances, located at 3530 Jackson Avenue here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances has the best prices in town. Sales and service, heating and air. Also the best appliances you'll find anywhere in the Mid-South. Refrigerators, microwave stoves, washers and dryers, deep freezers, dishwashers, whatever you need in used appliances. And folks, I'll tell you, they're the best used appliances anywhere you'll find. That's CJ Used Appliances, 3530 Jackson Avenue. All appliances come with warranty. You can call them at 901-487-7882. Again, 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances. C&S Motors Auto Sales, located at 2508 Summer Avenue, here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-323-8778. C&S Motors Auto Sales has been around since 1984. Go by and see Chris today for some of the best pre-owned and used vehicles in the city. They have SUVs, minivans, cars, trucks, whatever you're looking for in pre-owned used vehicles. Hey, you can find it right there at C&S Motors Auto Sales. See Chris since 1984. They will treat you right. Call them at 901-323-8778. That's 901-323-8778. 2508 Summer Avenue, C&S Motors Auto Sales.
This is Sergeant Chris Richardson with the Tennessee Highway Patrol, here to explain the Tennessee Hands-Free Law, which is a new state law effective July 1st, 2019. In Public Chapter 412, it makes it illegal for a driver to hold a cell phone or a mobile device with any part of their body, to write, send, or read any text-based communication, to reach for a cell phone or mobile device in a manner that requires the driver to no longer be in a seated driving position or properly restrained by a seatbelt, to watch a video or a movie on a cell phone or a mobile device, and to record or broadcast video on a cell phone or mobile device. So, can I still talk on my cell phone while driving? Yes. A driver is permitted to use an earpiece, headphone device, or a device worn on a wrist to conduct a voice-based communication. The driver may use one button on a cell phone or mobile device to initiate or terminate voice communication, and voice-based communication may also be used to send a text message. Learn more at handsfreetn.com.